way back when I started doing pro Xbox videos, and you know, I like to cover a little bit of everything when it comes to gaming. I wanted to be sort of the reverse of what the mainstream media was, which was the mainstream media was pushing everything PlayStation and spinning everything negative that Microsoft and the Xbox brand was doing. So I set myself up to do the kind of opposite of that, even though I kind of enjoy gaming on various platforms. Obviously, Xbox is my console of choice, and it's safe to say that it really kind of struggled out of the gate a little bit. But I think that it's time that we as gamers look at the Xbox One and look at the Xbox brand, and we get over the fallacy that it's a failure this generation. Obviously, the PlayStation 4 really shot off like a rocket, really took off for many reasons. Obviously, being cheaper right out of the gate, having a little bit more power. Then there was all the resolution nonsense, and Microsoft kind of shot themselves in the foot with a lot of the things that they were doing. A lot of people took a lot of the stuff wrong as far as like DRM. To this day, you still have people that think you can't play used games on an Xbox One, which is just ludicrous. But I digress. Anyway, so I still see people that go out there and act and say things and want to act as if the Xbox One is a failure. And I'm always, confused by this, because how in the world is the Xbox One a failure? Obviously, it's losing to the PS4, but I wouldn't consider it a failure. I mean, millions and millions of people have one. Millions and millions of people enjoy it. The Xbox Live stuff is up. We have the best controller on the market. We have the best online service in the market. It's the only console going forward with backwards compatibility and forwards compatibility. You know what I mean? These are wins. It has stuff like EA Access. They're doing a good job by offering us a good quality of games. They're kind of bridging the gap with crossplay and things like that. I think these are all good things, and these are things that help a console and that mean winning. But they might not be winning in sales, but they certainly are far from a failure, and that would be the point that I'd like to make. I think that Microsoft has made great strides to do good things for gamers, and I think that that's important. It gets lost in the shuffle very often. And the PlayStation 4, it kind of is what it is. It's just there. I think that Sony really prided themselves on being the white knights of the generation, and they've really kind of come out swinging as far as being the quote-unquote people's champ. But for me personally, it's not as cut and dry as, Xbox isn't selling as much, so it sucks. I've never looked into that mentality as being accurate. Having less sales doesn't decrease my enjoyment with the platform. When I'm playing Halo 5 or Gears 4 or Forza Motorsport or Forza Horizon or Killer Instinct or whatever, I'm not thinking, damn, you know what? This game would be much funner if the Xbox were beating the PlayStation in sales. I've never thought that way, and I've never thought, man, I'm such a loser because I'm on an Xbox. I've never thought that way either, and I feel bad for anybody that does think that way. I think that sales are important to an extent as far as like software and even hardware to an extent, because you want there to be a success. You want there to be enough success to warrant more games, more consoles, and things like that. But I think Xbox has been successful enough, because obviously we got the Xbox One S and we're getting Xbox Scorpio later this year. So I think it's important. Let's drop all the bullshit about Xbox being a failure or not doing good. Doesn't have to do as good as PlayStation 4. I still think it's going to catch up long run, especially since there's like quote unquote no more generations. So whatever Scorpio is called, that thing's just going to be, Xbox One Pro or whatever. It's still going to count as Xbox One sales, and I think people are going to flock to it. And so I do stick by that. But at the same time, it won't matter. You know what I mean? Like last generation, when it was all said and done, and you had the Wii at over 100 million, and you had the Xbox 360 at like 90 million, and PS3 right there behind it, there was nobody going, yahoo, man, we kicked your ass, man, we really kicked your ass. It was nothing like that. The reality of it was we all had all the consoles, and that's really how it ends up going every generation. And Microsoft has done a fantastic job, far from a failure with anything they've done. Phil Spencer's done a tremendous job turning things around, and I'm proud to be an Xbox One owner, and I think they've done a really good job. Definitely not a failure. Definitely don't see anybody's point of view when they say that it's failed or a flop or anything like that. Definitely not. So let me know what you guys think. Sound off in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video or any of my videos, hit that like or subscribe button, or both, because it helps out the channel tremendously. And hit that little bell so you guys get notified whenever my content goes live, because I do daily content. So thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.